Welcome back for another video. The final batch of the player reveals are out, so for the last time before launch we'll discuss the players and the prices. If you missed any of the other price reveal videos, they'll be on screen at the end. Now that we have the costs for all the premiums as well, at the end of the video we'll discuss the 5 premiums and which one to get. Realistically, there's only room for 2 in our teams without disrupting the team balance, more on that later. Starting with Spurs, and disappointingly Lloris comes in at 5.5 mil, which is very surprising considering Mendy and Ramsdale are 5 mil. However, we finally have the answer to whether Perisic will be a defender or a midfielder, and the answer is defender. He of course played under Conte before and left wing back in the 2021 season. And that season no defender in Serie A had a better expected goal involvement per 90 minutes than him. Spurs are very capable of keeping clean sheets and are much more organised under Conte, therefore he is a great option. Doherty comes in at a pleasant 5 mil. He picked up a long-term injury at the end of last season, but if he's back and ready for Gameweek 1, he could be an excellent pick, though Spurs are being linked with Jed Spence in that position. For the first time ever, Son cost more than Kane, costing 12 mil to Kane's 11.5. Last season, Salah and Son shared the golden boot with 23 goals, so despite the hefty price tag, he's definitely an option. Only Salah could beat Son 7.4 points per match last season. We didn't get Richarlison's price, however Kulusevski comes in at 8 mil. Unfortunately, with the arrival of Richarlison, it's probably not worth going there, as there's plenty of better looking 8 mil options such as Saka, Diaz and Mount. On to Leicester, and Schmeichel comes in at a surprising 5 mil. Leicester were woeful defensively last season. Their 70.8 expected goals conceded was 4th worst in the league. You could make the case though for Ricardo Pereira or Justin for 4.5 mil. Justin in particular is a versatile fullback capable of playing on either side. Fofana returned from his long-term injury towards the end of last season, and he could be a safer, lower ceiling pick if he nails down a centre-back spot. Maddison and Barnes are 2 options in midfield for 8 and 7 mil, but again you'd want the likes of Saka, Diaz and Mount ahead of them. Leicester won't have any European football this season, so Vardy could yet become an option. That said, he's 35 now, and last season Rodgers cited that he's not able to play midweek and weekend non-stop. But again, this won't be a burden without European football for the Foxes next season. We won't spend long on Palace considering the fixtures, however they look a lot better from Gameweek 5 onwards. The entire defence and goalkeeper come in at 4.5 mil. Palace were 5th best last season for expected goals conceded, which is impressive and it shows there could be value there once the fixtures turn. Likewise, there could be value in the mids and forwards. Zaha for 7 mil is a very fair price, as is Eze and Nolise for 5.5. If any of the 5.5 mil players establish themselves as first choice, they'll be great picks, and we've got the opening 4 or so game weeks to assess. Likewise, Mateta and Edouard are eye-catching forwards for 5.5. Last season neither were nailed, but Mateta was the one who got the most minutes towards the end of the season. Lastly, Everton, and then we'll take a look at the premiums. Only 10 Everton players were revealed, so presumably the 11th was Richarlison before his transfer. Pickford is 4.5 mil, as are the defenders. Under Lampard, they didn't look any better defensively and continued to leak goals, so I'll be avoiding them, but certainly watching in case of improvement. Particularly now that Lampard has a full pre-season with the squad. Gray and Gordon for 5.5 mil look like great enablers. If either impress in pre-season, it could be an option for the bench in Gameweek 1 to rotate in beyond that, as Everton have a good run of green fixtures after Chelsea. Calvert-Lewin looks a non-option for 8 mil sadly, and he was injured for a large part of last season, hence only scored 64 points, but price reduction was expected in honesty. He will be their talisman with Richarlison gone, but I was hoping for 7.5 mil rather than 8. This brings us to the premiums: Son, De Bruyne, Salah, Kane and Haaland. In my eyes, picking 2 will be optimal. 3 is doable, but it will negatively impact the balance in the rest of your team. Picking the right 2 will be crucial for a strong start. It's a really tough one because Spurs start with Southampton at home, which is a very good fixture with full potential for Son and Kane, but they do have Chelsea in Gameweek 2. A few have suggested booking in a transfer to move from Son or Kane to De Bruyne or Haaland in Gameweek 2, but I'd advise against booking in transfers as it reduces your flexibility and there'll almost certainly be another fire to put out. If your team looks good for Gameweek 2, a bank transfer will be powerful to take in Gameweek 3 anyway. I'll definitely have Salah, and at the moment I'm leaning towards Haaland for my second premium. Haaland allows for a move to Kane if required, and City just about edge it over Spurs in terms of longer term fixtures. It's a tough choice. Let me know in the comments which 2 you're going with. I hope you enjoyed the price reveal series, and if you did enjoy it, please like the video and subscribe so you don't miss out on all the future content to come. See you soon for the next one.